everybody. Taking me some seconds to get everything up and rolling. I wanted to just try and play something this evening to see if I could. Again, it's just about working out a bunch of new muscles, and I believe that this is probably the best thing I can do. Best way to kind of to get that going. So I tried actually to play Resident Evil 3 Remake tonight, but for some reason it wasn't. Oh, thanks for the first time chat. Nice to see you, Fab Boots. The hell are these guys up to? Good lord. Well, these aren't. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Well, I was very happy to be able to raid you the other day. Seemed like these guys are a lot tougher than I was just realizing. So if you're just joining the stream, just kind of randomly deciding to stream this evening just because I was feeling a little bit like I wasn't quite getting my bearings with the stream the other day, and obviously just feel like being able to play games and hold conversations and check in on the chat and everything is something that I'm not quite used to yet, so that's what I'm doing. Hey Cupine, how's it going? I hope everybody's having a nice evening. Wait, there's only one of the gargoyles. Well, if I had spent all evening trying to figure out how to get the Resident Evil 3 remake to work, then I probably wouldn't have just been able to do anything tonight, so I figured Skyrim or bust. Oh, Big Plague, how was Dune? Can't wait to hear about that. What's the new job? Or Autumn? So we have two things that we're wondering about now. Also, I still haven't figured out the phone call stuff yet, so that's coming eventually. I have no qualms with killing trolls. Hello, Mossy-Lump. Yeah, I just finally watched the first Dune, or the first the first new Dune, Dune Part 1, and definitely enjoyed it more than I was expecting to. I have never been a huge Dune person, but I enjoyed myself while I was watching it. I watched the whole thing. I definitely had some thoughts. Not a Josh Brolin fan, Vague Plague. That's interesting. I actually think that was my opinion of Josh Brolin in the movie is that it's one of the better casting choices. I think otherwise everybody else is way too pretty. Now that, yeah. Vague Plague, I definitely, I agree with you there. Although I will say that the exposition in Dune Part 1 certainly, I guess I've already been here. Probably better done than the David Lynch one. honestly, my biggest issue with the current Dune franchise is just that I just think Timothy Chalamet is just too distracting. There was moments when I was watching the Dune Part One, and I says to myself, I'm pretty sure that this kid's doing a good job, but I also spent so much of my life looking at him without my permission that just the fact that I'm looking at him right now is really not doing anything for me. Yeah, and the Wonka thing, nuts. I mean, I'm not gonna say he ain't a good actor. I think he's probably a good actor, but like I says, I keep seeing him around, and he's in half the every time I open up Twitter or Instagram, there's always something. Now that I like. I don't mind. See, I don't mind theater kids. I grew up around some theater kids too, so I can bear them. And I like it when they go nuts. Well, said I haven't cleared this Snowvale Sanctum yet, so I'm trying to just wander around and see if there's no. Oh, I guess I've been here. But I think that most people I know agree that Jason Momoa, God bless his heart, can't. He just isn't a Duncan Idaho for me. Again, I got no problems with him, but he's just all over. He's just all over my feeds, and I just don't want to have to look at him no more. Live Robbie out of the blue. I decided to. I was gonna try and do a surprise Resident Evil 3 remake stream tonight, but like I was telling some of the people that already showed up, I could not get they couldn't get the controller to connect and to the same controller I'm using right now, and then I couldn't get the OBS to. I couldn't see the window either, so it was bugging me to the point where I felt like I was going to fiddle with it all night or stream something, so I decided to just go back to Skyrim. I don't know if it's drivers or I mean I guess I freshly installed RE3 remake. All right, where the hell am I now? Not even that far away. I guess I'm going to go check this sucker. GFNH sounds great. I ain't nothing wrong with playing Skyrim on a Friday night. I did everything I was supposed to do, except for a few things. I got some work done. I keep forgetting to turn this thing off. Got some work done in my day job. I don't use a Steam branded controller. I just use the 8-bit Doe Pro controller that comes with a little RF adapter, so I can switch between this and if I ever run my Steam Deck like in desktop mode. or whatever. Do I even need this stuff anymore? Sometimes there's gems in there. Skyrim is very big. I would say it is not intimidating. I find that once you get past, I would say, level 40, which you can get to pretty quickly, it actually becomes extremely casual. Actually, you know what? You guys are going to watch this happen. I'm actually going to keep meaning to do this. I'm going to turn up the difficulty to expert. I watched a movie last night in the theater. It was this movie called Destroy All Neighbors. It's currently, you can currently watch it on Shudder, but a friend of mine invited me to a special screening at a movie theater in my neighborhood, so holy moly. Oh yeah, I forgot to not kill no animals. Sorry everybody. What did I think of Destroy All Neighbors? I thought it was, see, I know, I got a lot of respect for the people that worked on that movie. I'll say that. I enjoyed watching it. If you are, there's a very particular type of throwback it is, and I don't know if I would say that I'm necessarily the intended audience. Kind speech. Now we're friends. And this guy's dead. These guys are always dead as hell. It is not related to Destroy All Humans. Although I would say perhaps in the type of humor is sort of similar, I guess. I don't know. If you ever see the old like 90s movie called Freaked with Alex Winter from the Bill and Ted movies in it, it's kind of a throwback to that style of movie. Kind of a trauma-ish, Troma, trauma style movie, but maybe with some updated self-awareness. Trying to find I'm gonna go checking out this shipwreck here. Oh, getting a little off course. Freaked is definitely a cool movie. My tolerance for those types of movies probably peaks with you know, early Stuart Gordon stuff, The Reanimator and Beyond, From Beyond. But I have to tell you though, if you like Freaked, I think that everybody just. How do I feel about Monkey Bone? Oh, I think I have something that allows me to breathe underwater a little bit more, a bit longer than normal characters are able to. These guys are always fussing with me. Monkey Bone. I haven't seen Monkey Bone in a long time. I honestly don't remember how I felt about it. I know some people really like that movie though. So and they're people I respect. Well, what was I saying a second ago about hey, vertical mammal? I'm surprised. I'm surprised as many people are. I guess when people get. Oh, I found a serpent stone. That's cool. Ranged, paralyzed. You may only. Oh yeah, hype train is okay. Now we're gonna try to actually maybe get a little bit of a story going, because I was pretty disappointed in myself for not getting the story train quite right the other night. And I want to say that I was talking about there was a little town up there in what to say 17th century New England, but we're not going to talk about that no more. We're going to talk about another town, and this is in the French Canadian wilderness. The French Canadian a French Canadian outpost really was a fur trading place, and there was all these people coming and going, and they would always. And this is kind of a story about the importance of friendship, which a lot of these stories end up being about, but. If I can get this right, I think I'll be on the right path towards being able to game stream properly. Okay, so the town was called Le Toc, like Touk, like Tocqueville, I think his name was. Tocqueville, that was the guy that did all he did the philosophy stuff that that the founding fathers relied on. Anyway, so it was called Le Toc, and Le Toc was a fur trading town. It was a party town. People would go out into the wilderness and they would bring home all sorts of pelts and various skins, and then they had a big marketplace there, and everybody would make a good deal of money. And then when season was over, when hunting season was over, they would always just keep it real when it came to giving everybody a nice send-off, and people would just but the problem was in this particular town, Le Toc, was that everybody during the off season, which was the sort of fall and spring, and this was like before. I want to say this is before they really got the fur trading situation in the North American wilderness got really out of hand. So these were some of the original fur traders, and they tried to treat the fur industry there the same way that you would treat an organic farmer. Where's that sound coming from? Organic farmer would treat like and now we're friends, and wanted to be in the same way that organic farmer would treat the soil and kind of like turn over crops and do different crops during different seasons. So the trappers in this particular outpost would do the same thing. They'd let the animals kind of get a rest before they would. And and this isn't me saying I supported the fur trade in any way. I got a rate for my shout to. I'm not going to kill this guy. I mean, I don't feel like killing any more animals. I killed that one by accident. Anyway, so and this is sort of going back into my sort of conversation about the fur trading, which is that with the fur trading, they would let the animal populations recover before they would head out again in the fall and winter time. So this is spring and summer that was their off season, and they would just they would have a great big party in the winter time. At the end of the wintertime, when it was about to turn spring, and they would all fall asleep, and then they would stay asleep for 4 or 5 straight months. Because the thing is that these folks were not fully human beings. They were also half. They were half like bear people. So they were all like I was basically a big one. It wasn't a family, but it was a clan. It was a clan of sort of werebear type people, like you would see in like an Altered Beast game. And the were people, oh oh man, there's already people at this place. So let me just do a quick save here. I will say that the werebears, so they were not only were they party people, they loved a good time. They slept for the spring and the summer. Bears, of course, normal bears, real bears, we all know as being people, not people, but animals who sleep during the fall. They start gathering what they need for the winter time in the fall time, and then they sleep through the winter. But these werebears would do the opposite. They would go out hunting. Wait, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter why they did that, but they just did it the opposite way because they were just a little bit different. I mean, this was at a time when human beings were still experimenting with various types of societies, and one of the reasons why people had gone to North America was because they had gotten sick and tired of how things had been going in Europe, and they felt like the European societies from whence they had come were sort of on the downside. They were feeling a little bit too conservative, a little too stodgy. They were not hunters. They were hunters. Various types of bears. No, they were just one type of bear, just your kind of average North American black bear is what they were, and they were kind, but they were kind when they would turn into bears. So that what would happen was during the fur trading, what they saw as the fur trading season, which was because it made sense to go out and get stuff in the winter, fall and winter, because that's when all the animals are out anyway. Dang it! I keep forgetting to switch my shout. Because that was when that was when the bears and the beavers and the wolverines and various where's unrelenting, where's my unrelenting, that's when they would be out getting all their stuff. So they were kind of like, they were all tired all the time, and they were all outside trying to just get get everything they needed for the winter time. The hype train. I'm sorry, everybody, if you feel like making the hype train fail, go ahead and let it fail. I know I'm not on. It's hard to do this while playing video games at the same time, but I will say that the bear people were just North American black bears. Nothing too special about it. Come on, vertical mammal, you didn't have to do that. Oh Lord, now I gotta keep going. Okay. Oh, found a cool journal. Well, let's see what's inside of this thing. I'll just take it. And so the north, so they would go out. They would get all the pelts and all the skins and all of the, they'd make like little packages for their families, and out of, they'd wrap presents and like little weird stones that they would find in the Arctic, and they would send them back home on big ships along with these, they'd wholesale their catchings, and then they would use the proceeds again to have a big party, and then at the end of the party, they would slowly but surely turn into bears, and then the transformation process was so intense that just basically knocked them out right then and there, and then that's when they started sleeping for the next another amulet of Xenothor. These are all pretty good. And I gotta try to stop saying so much. That's always been an issue that I've had. So the transformation, and here's the thing about that transformation, this is a type of a transformation that was not fun to have. So a lot of the stuff that they were doing, the drinking and they had sort of early forms of various illicit drugs. Was kind of like not like ayahuasca or cocaine or something like that, but just something. They would just kind of found this like weird dirt that they would all kind of like rub up their noses, and then they would all turn into bears and pass out. And the transformation itself was very painful. So this wasn't like they just wasn't like a Animorphs cover. It was just very, very wretched looking transformation. Bones would snap and bend, and people's eyeballs would like sometimes pop out and like hang on down by their whatever is on the like the roots, the little root bag behind the eyeball there. And then it would get sucked back in as the skull reformed itself. But it was just not a pleasant thing. And again, the amount of pain and the amount of energy that the transformation took knocked people down. So yeah, the nerve cord. Thank you for the. So but one year, these two little kids, one of them a little girl, one of them a little boy. One was named Marcus, and one was named I'm going to say Carolina. Marcus and Carolina, they decided in the same way that sometimes when you're a little kid and you're excited to see Santa Claus, you'll stay up all night. You'll stay up all night and try and see the big man for yourself. Look at these little. This is an interesting thing. Look at the way these clams are not animated at all. So they decided that rather than take they would sort of they'd pack away an extra bit of the drugs that everybody was allowed to take at the big party before the big transformation, and they would save some for the. So they basically would go through the early part of the transformation by themselves, and then they would take the drugs at the end of the transformation to wake themselves back up again, so they could kind of stay up and see what summer and fall were like, or spring and summer were like. And they did that, and they found that there was a lot. These were two little kids that had the hype train keeps going. So for some reason, people are really wanting to hear this story about Marcus and Carolina, the two bears. Gun Pixie, thank you again for gifting tier 1 subs. I mean, I love the way Skyrim looks, and I think it's important that we're looking at Skyrim right now, because I think it gives you an idea of the kind of wilderness that these kids were venturing into. Not so, I mean, here as I kind of am moving a little bit northwards, I'm actually moving in the opposite directions that the kids would have wanted to go in, because where they would have wanted to go was down to the the warmer areas of French Canada. That's places where lakes hadn't been frozen over for long periods of time. Maybe some of your I think that's what's the name of that river? The river that runs through Quebec and Montreal that connects everything to the St. John's, not St. Lawrence. Lawrence? Is it St. Lawrence Bay? Does that sound right? Anyway. So yeah, the northern French-Canadian frontier was bleak, Pierogi University, and thank you for saying that. And that's why they thought that if they moved south, they would see some bigger trees, they would see some bigger wildlife, and maybe they would meet some other kids that wouldn't turn into. It's not the biggest river, I don't think, but it is the river that feeds into Lake Champlain. Is the river called Champlain? These ice floes are kind of fun. See how far I can swim down here while I think about this. So the two kids gave their moms and dads kiss goodbye, and then they decided to head out into the wilderness as fully clothed bear people, because don't forget, they had transformed into the bears, but they were also just high as hell. And so the things that they were seeing were not what you and I would see if we were wandering through the wilderness. They were seeing all sorts of weird little moving patterns and seeing little elf people where there weren't none. I mean, there were definitely some, but they definitely were not as many as the kids were assuming that they would see. But they kept to themselves, and they kept their conversation fresh, and they, took lots. And that was, they had to keep. Here's the thing: is that they had to keep taking the drugs to keep the. They had to keep taking the drugs to stay awake. Or sometimes they would do a thing like Marcus, the boy, he would fall asleep, and then Carolina would take the drugs. And then she would wake him up and give him drugs, and then so she could go to sleep for a little bit. Just as their energy levels were kind of all over the place, but they were doing the best that they could with it. Now, are you guys my friends? Yes, they are. So you can see here. Ooh, a scroll. And one of these is this Talos? Who is this? So they wandered their ways down, and they kept wandering that for a week, and they were so high, and they were so, and they were so eager to just see different parts of the world that they never would normally see. Oh, I don't need any iron. You can leave that. That they just wandered all the way into what we now would, what we now know as New Mexico. I'm going to run over there. See, everyone's fighting in this place. I'm just going to make sure that they all, everyone's friends. And that's how you make friends, you just, shout your magic pacification spells, and so the kids ended up in New Mexico, far away, and still just unbelievably baked, ripped, with brains that were just thrilled beyond belief. And and in New Mexico, that's when they started to turn back into normal people. Well, it wasn't. I'm saying what we now know is, yeah, I guess. There's probably a different. The native peoples of that place probably called it something a lot different. But and that's, they hadn't, the Spanish Empire hadn't quite encroached as heavily on that particular part of, again, what is now New Mexico yet. So it was still a pretty, uniquely, I'll say, not underdeveloped and certainly not untamed, because people there were obviously had developed and were obviously pretty far along in their own societies, and so they were doing their thing, and they had their the houses that were built into the sides of cliffs. And something I remember reading somewheres. I don't know if this is still true, but there's still parts of New Mexico. There's people that still where people have passed down through spoken dialect of Spanish that's closer to that's closer to a medieval form of Spanish than it is to present day Spanish. Anyway, and but now they're not bear people anymore. Now they're just kids, and now these kids are just in a place where they've never been before, and they are very likely, and they don't, they have all of a sudden they get sobered up. They have probably the worst hangover they've ever had. What in the name of God is happening with these frost rolls? These guys are just cracking me up. Can't tame frost rolls. Can't make a frost roll, my friend, I guess. So where was I then? Oh yeah, the kids. And they were, and so they started to, and they'd run out of drugs and they'd run out of food, so they were starving and hungover, in what is, I think most people will agree, is a very beautiful place, whether you're sober or ripped. Soup Master, I did try to keep I used the kind's piece on the frost rolls, and they weren't having it. Apparently they're too powerful, but I just think that there's probably a version of a shout that I can get these guys on my side. I feel like anybody that's not the undead or a vampire should be I should be able to get them on my side. Oh, here's a cave I don't think I've been into. So the kids went into a cave, and they set up a little house for themselves, and they, had, of course, to eat bark. And, no, thanks for the hype train, everybody. That was, shows a great deal of trust in my ability. I mean, I think I got farther with that one than I did with the one about the witches in New England. But I will say this: one of the places, because it was about the story of friendship, and how when you do enough, what was going to happen was that if you've done enough drugs with somebody, and they die, and you eat their body to survive, there is a high possibility that you're going to absorb their soul, and then you just get to hang out with that person in your head for the rest of your life. You know, I just wanted that. I don't even want this shield. What a waste. Well, it wasn't a dark turn. That was a Razorhead baby. It was, I think, I think, you know, sometimes that's just what, you know, life at the fringes of your known reality offers you some pretty stark choices, and so that's what that's the choice that one of the kids have to make. I can't tell you which one it was. Sometimes, exactly, Mozzie Lump. Thank you. Sometimes your brain just gains a guy. And sometimes, yeah. But what I wanted, and this is, we couldn't get to it because of the fact that I couldn't quite get there. What? Oh, that's a sucker. Oh, look at that guy. Well, I just learned this thing, so I guess I'm gonna have to use it here too. I think I saved the dog. I think that dog's gonna survive. Oh man, I'm getting some. Oh, it's a blood dragon. All right. First, let's see if I can't get. Wait a minute. Third point at the state. Is there anything interesting to do? Well, I haven't finished the main quest, Low Vibe 75, because, partially because I know that once I finish the main quest, I probably won't want to do anything else. Mostly just trying to, for the sake of my own, for my own sake, I'm just trying to level up to the point where I can conjure two buddies at the same time, and then also damn. Wait a minute, what? That doesn't make any sense. Ah, this is cool. Oh, I guess I've been here before. Don't like that clicking sound that those Wrathmen make. So yeah, the two things that I want to really hone in on in terms of leveling up are just focusing on my conjuration, seeing if I can't get up to Twin Souls on this branch, which allows me to have two conjured creatures at the same time, and then yeah, just I want to do more. I'd like to do a little bit more enchanting. But I'm not too worried about that. As you can see, smithing was my main focus for a long time because I wanted to be able to just, I just wanted to be able to drop dragons as quickly as possible. Since at this stage in the game, they are all showing up with great regularity. Oh, Cinnamina. Nice to see you. Finally made it. Tina Belcher, Green Lantern. I should probably go ahead and start purchasing my houses in cities. I've just got the one homestead. No, I don't. What is that? Have I been there? Is that what that is? Well, I just, if you're just joining us, I was going to try and do a kind of surprise Resident Evil 3 remake stream, but I couldn't get for some reason the window capture wouldn't work in OBS for that game, and then I also couldn't get my controller to connect, and I don't like playing games like that. What's this guy up to?
Leave this shrine, blasphemer, before I kill you for defiling Azura's artifact.
What? What did I do? Can't I give you something? Can I just... how do I make you like me?
Leave this shrine,
Okay.
blasphemer, before I kill you for defiling Azura's
I don't
artifacts.
know what I did. Sure wouldn't mind. Maybe that's gold over there. And wait, do I still have the black? I might still have the black star on me. Wait, so yeah, I still have it. Where the hell do I return it to? Oh, it's permanent. Or what do I do with this thing? I mean, I probably beat that. I probably finished that quest probably about a year ago, and I just don't even remember why I did things the way I did. I'm sure that's something. There was an option that was just like, you know, be a son of a bitch or be slightly less of a son of a bitch, and I chose the. I guess I chose the latter. I never sell quest items. Never sell quest items. Not in my life. Alright, so... I mean, should I... Giovanni H., should I just... blast her off the mountain? Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, let's see what I got quests-wise here. I'll just do this aftershock thing. I just pulled that up recently. Oh, that's nice. I can get over here. Oh, wait. Okay, enemies nearby? Oh. I just thought I was going to do Kind's Peace. Well, you know... I wonder what happened to that horse. Hey, and Skrilla, nice to see you. Nice to see you. It's a quiet evening. Nothing too crazy's happening. We're just having a bit of a chill session. I'm trying again to work on my play games and talk and check at the chat muscle. At some point, I'll have to really focus on trying to get the calls to work again. But at least from home. These guys, I just don't mind. I got these weird bumps. Doesn't quite look natural to me. Look at these weird little horns. Alright, I think I'm away from that wolf I didn't want to kill. And now I zoom back to Icewater Jetty. Skyrim is definitely not a 6 or 7 out of 10. Skyrim is at least an 8 out of 10, if not a 9 to 9.5. EGI2 watcher, welcome to your Friday evening. I hope everybody is enjoying watching me play Skyrim, and hopefully I am being sufficiently entertaining to warrant you stopping by. Oh no. This is the quest. This is the quest that so this guy says to me,
Are you joking? Even if we had a prisoner by that name, the only way he'd be released is by order of the Imperial Legion. Now I suggest you turn around and go back the way you came.
So they tell me that apparently there's someone from the Imperial Legion that's going to allow me to get in there without having to kill everybody. But I have, there's not a lot of, oh wait, do I have to go in there? Oh, Giovanni H. I can't do that. I know they're like the mean elves, but I mean, I could very easily kill every single one of them. Thalmor are not all bad. Wait, well, let's see. Now this is actually a good use of this format here, because I can't bring myself to just wander in. The Thalmor have never attacked me. They've never given me any real guff. But I'm just saying, okay, so the Thalmor as all the organizations are not great in Skyrim, but the Thalmor these particular Thalmors have not done anything wrong to me. And I think, if anything, ay.
Halt!
Can I do a poll?
Until next time.
All right, I'm gonna do it. Here. Hold on for a second. Let me tab over to the chat here. Wait, how do I? Poll. I mean, Giovanni H, you're really selling me on this. I gotta say, you've done a much better job of. Okay, open a setup menu to create a poll. How do I do that? Hold on for a second here. I'm gonna give. Sorry, I don't know. I'm ignoring the chat and the game right now. Don't worry, I'm making mental notes of how long I'm not playing the game, so I don't record this incorrectly in the spreadsheet. So wait, can you not organize the followers list in the dashboard by alphabetical order? Because if that's the case, that's absolutely insane. Well, I did that. So I did type that, and then do I have to just keep typing? Well, I did that. So I did type that, and then. Uh-oh. Do I have to just keep? You type in /poll, and then a little thing pops up. It says start a poll, and then I click that, and then nothing happens. Oh, God. Come on, come on. Alright, I gotta get back to the game in a second. I think there was an echo for just 1 second. What the hell? NaNoWriMo this year? The hell is NaNoWriMo? Wait, what is NaNoWriMo? Oh. No, I don't think can't pull that off. That does sound like a very smart thing to join into if you can. I really am confused as to why it's so hard for me to figure this out. I am confused for why this is so hard for me to figure it. Okay, I'll figure this out. Alright. See, now all this other weird stuff is happening. This is the problem with having... If I can't... See, this is another good reason why I should do this, is because... Alright. New poll. Question. Alright. Just had to do it in the creator dashboard as opposed to using the hot things. There we go. Damn. You Soundward is about to... They are about to get it, looks like. Oh, shoot. The no vote. Working its way up. Oh, no way. And, son, your life is in my hands. Or, not in my hands. It's in the hands of people voting. Oh, mercy. What's it gonna be? Look, people are saying all this bad stuff about the Thalmor. Say they're a bunch of wackos, bunch of racists. But I also gotta say, this particular outfit hasn't done me no wrong, so it's a tough call. I will honor the choice here, even though I don't normally like to engage in Skyrim violence that is unnecessary. But I do very much want to see what happens to this feller.
Even if we had a prisoner by that name,
But isn't
the way
there's
to be released is by
so
order of the
Giovann
Imperial
H, you seem to have a bit more knowledge of Skyrim than I do, and I'm wondering, is it just that? Is there any way to avoid the bloodletting in this situation? All right. Guess we're I guess so. All right. See how good I feel about this. So hard. Tell you what, I'm just gonna go in.
I do hope you know what you're doing with those flames. It'd be quite a shame if something. All right then.
You know,
Remind me of my cousin's cat. Deal with that.
what I chose was to let the undead. But is it really crime in this particular instance? I mean, I gotta say, it's like, you know, the whole point of Skyrim is that there's yeah, exactly. There's a power struggle between people who want to have their way with Skyrim. I mean, I wouldn't, you know. I wouldn't do this for the Forsworn. You know what I mean? Alright. There we go. That's what they're called, right? The Forsworn? The, like, the weird, rat people? Not the rat people, but they're kind of like, they're not. See ya. They're the ones that wear, you know, they've got like helmets with skulls on them and like horns. I'm saying I would not fight. I don't think I would do what I'm doing right now for the Forsworn. Oh boy, there's a lot more of these guys than I wanted. I was really hoping to like let the Wrathman do everyone in for me. Let's see what this happens. Now, hopefully the Wrathman will have a little bit of an easier time. Ah. Yeah, I know. I remember that now. Just some old lady. This kid's got snatched up by the racists. There's a lot of these. Look at all these guys. Wow. A lot more than I realized that there was going to be. Alright. Through messing around. I think everyone's out there now. Good gracious. Alright, now I gotta... Thought... Maybe there was a All right. Hmm. Hmm. All right. How about that? Wrath unleashed. Jaws unleashed. What other unleashed games? Looks like there's a... That is a good list idea. You gotta get the list working again, folks. The problem with the list, and I'll tell you this right now, is that the list can't get a babysitter for those Monday nights. Man, you really... Oh, that's why. See, there was a time when I would have brought all of this glass armor home. But now I could just make my own. Alright. You good looking? I don't want to do it with a skeleton. I thought about it after I died that one time a few minutes ago, and I just said to myself, no, I shouldn't be let... Even if he is undead, I shouldn't be making him fight my battles for me. I made this decision. You know, I don't do enough, oh god, can't concentrate. There we go.
What are you looking at?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. What up? You know, he's probably been having a pretty rough time if he's down here, so can't blame him none. Oh yeah, we checked in on the giant earlier today when I was playing. I was finishing up I was finishing up one of the main story quests, one of the first encounter with the really crazy old dragon. Bentley Deuce? Was it? What are you saying? You don't like the word playthrough? Gosh dang it. Using up all my freaking lockpicks here. guess this is technically my first playthrough. I've just been playing, haven't gotten around to actually beating Skyrim. There we go. Now he'll be nice to me.
I've got to get out of here.
Yay. Magica. It's a good way to, I will say the lockpicking on Master is a good way to, uh-oh. Hey, don't, ah. Yay. Alright. What we got here? Well, that would have been nice to have a long time ago. So, I guess you guys are right. Looks like they were torturing this guy pretty bad. There's limbs.
What are you doing? I never thought I'd see another friendly face again. We need to get to safety as soon as possible. Let's move.
I don't think these really ever count as escort quests. The people that you're escorting just don't seem to really, back at the locks, sorry, just don't want to leave anybody. If I'm gonna have caused all this death, I just want to make sure that there's nobody that's being hung out to dry. But I would need the stat Giovanni H. I want this, the boost. I want the skill points. I need that boost. So frickin' close. God almighty.
Leave me alone.
Alright. Anybody in here? Nope. You know, you guys...
You're dead.
Oh yeah. I'm out of here. Oh yeah, I forgot to drink my one-handed potion. All right. I mean, that's not the kind of a thing a good person would say about the. Let's see what we got here. All right. Who else? Who's left? Nobody seems to have any gold in this fortress. Character build? Well, I started off as a heavy armor magic user, but I slowly decided that I just preferred to play more roguishly, so I slowly started going more towards light armor, one-handed combat, and then I realized how much better it is for you when you start to make your own weapons and enchant your own weapons. And so I've been working on that. Let's go find Thorvald. Ooh, that's actually a good idea, Lyle Chip person.
I suspect I'd never again see the light of day otherwise. But why would you risk your life for me, a stranger? Of course, I should have known. This was all Avelstein's idea, wasn't it? Where is he? A wise decision, but I fear he may not be safe there anymore. They'll go looking for me, and Whiterun will be the first place they search.
My second favorite from Gain.
Not here, not in Whiterun. It likely won't be safe for Avelstein either. Our best
I
hope
mean,
now is to
probably
fall in with the ranks of
the
Storm
second.
Troopers.
If I'm being
Tell my mother to
actually
suffer the winter's cold,
honest,
for it bears aloft next summer's seeds. She'll know what it means. I thank you again, friend. You've given me my life back.
all right. Gotta turn to Freya. I think probably. Well, my first would from software game would be Elden Ring, and then my second one would probably be the first Dark Souls. All right, where's Make some exhausted. It's getting a little bit too crazy out here. Is that where Freya is? Okay, there she is. I mean, it's... Wait a minute. This is where I get confused now. Is Bloodborne a From Software game? Why can't I can't recall that off the top of my head for some reason.
To the all-merry Dominion. They shamed us all.
Yeah, okay, so Bloodborne is number 1. Hold on, let's just tell her about her son.
Is he? You've saved him? Oh, I must see him at once.
Yeah, I mean that it's just Bloodborne is just a fabulous game. I can't it was one of those few games that I just couldn't stop thinking about the entire 80 hours I was playing it.
What? After all this, I can't even see him?
Uh-oh.
How do I know you're telling me the truth and not just what I want to hear?
Uh-oh.
For it bears aloft next summer's seeds. That's my boy. So it's true then. For now it's enough to know that he's alive.
So
I can find
in that case, Elden Ring would be
Thank
number
you,
2, with Dark Soul, the first
You've
Dark
given
Souls
me
being a
back my son.
a distant 3, I gotta
I'd
say.
had Eorland forge this for Thorwald.
And I've started Dark Souls 2, and I haven't done very far in it, and I have not. I own Dark Souls 3, but I have not played
We
it
can
at all.
always make another for the day when this
What kind of
tale
build did I do for
ends and
Bloodborne?
Thorwald
Oh
can
man.
come home.
I mean, I tried to. I don't remember. I mean, you're talking about this is maybe 5 years ago now that I've finished it. I would say that I was pretty light on my feet. Stuck with the original cleaver. I didn't add a. I didn't try to really mess around with any of the other weapons that I found.
You tried mercenary work?
Same with the gun. Yeah, the gun. I think I stuck with the same gun the entire time. All right, so we fix that lady's life. Playing. Indy Joe. All right, let's close this. I gotta see what this rupture quest is because I actually think I might have lost the Magnus staff that I'm supposed to need for it. First, glad I could answer the question in an interesting, thoughtful way. I'm afraid I wish I could also add in some humor, but unfortunately, yeah, I know. I figured I didn't need the staff. They just said I should probably have it. Giovanni H seems to be the Skyrim whisperer in the chat this evening, so that's always really pretty exciting when someone just knows this game so well. I would say the first 20 hours I spent in this game were spent trying to optimize the PC that I had built for it, and try to find. That's when I started to get in. I basically knew more about the INI file. Is that the rupture? Uh-oh. I knew more about the INI file for the first 20 hours of the game than I knew about the game itself. I probably restarted the game from the prisoner wagon. Oh, it's these things. Right, yeah. Alright. Now I remember what this is. paralyzed, so might as well just switch over to... See, the clunking... Thank you, Scapy Pants. I really appreciate that. Hey, I closed the rupture, too. So not only am I'm good about chatting and playing and closing the rupture at the same time. So that's... I guess that's a bit of a twofer. Oh, I gotta go to one of these Winterhold things. I don't like going to Winterhold. I don't like going to the Winterhold college. One, I just don't like... Everybody is... It's hard to find people in this place. Alright, well, it looks like everybody's hanging out in their dorm rooms, so that's helpful. Oh, I think I'm on my way to doing that Dean
Good
thing.
to see Skyrim still has such very good. I'm sure the Jarl will be quite pleased.
Yeah, you're
Pleased
welcome.
enough to justify the significant amount of gold offered to the college to rectify the problem.
Okay.
I think it only fitting that the Archmage personally receive a large portion of the reward. Well done.
Alright.
Take care now.
1500 ain't bad. Somebody's okay. You talking about the locations in Skyrim are nightmarish? I definitely feel like a lot of them are
Perhaps
empty.
we can go another few decades without a disaster.
What do you-
Perhaps we can go another few decades.
Do I want to...
without a
I don't know
disaster.
if I want to assist
That
you.
would be nice. I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
I have not gotten around... Male CTY, are you asking me if I played Starfield yet? And the answer, if it is a question to me, the answer is no. I have not played Starfield yet. One of the games that I do want to stream soon, though, is I do want to do No Man's Sky once I can settle down on it. Patches as in games patches, or patches as in games called patches? I just don't care about Starfield. I just I look at it and I just don't. There's things that I know that I would like about it, but you know, it's the same reason I know that there's probably things that I would like about. Oh. Wait. So now we're still talking about From Software stuff, some of yous. Alright, well, what was I saying about... Like, I kind of want to play Fallout 76 at this point because, you know, they basically have made it a... You can play a single-player Bethesda game if you want to. I should probably drop off my Dragon Bones. Yeah, people want to see my giant. There he is. Sometimes he hits me, and I hit him back. So far, the peace. I mean, I bet it's fine. I know people were bummed about Fallout 4. I mean, I definitely was a little disappointed by Fallout 4, but I still played the heck out of it. Horker Tusk, killing supplies. Well, since I don't have to, wait, Skeever Hunt continues. Got one of these. I'm gonna put my, even though it doesn't weigh nothing, I'll put this guy out. Find him a nice spot. Does it fit in there? No. Let's drop him. I want to just, I hate just dropping things on tables. There. Now if ever I invite anyone over. Get rid of this. Yeah. Just piles of crap. It's depressing. Probably put kids in there. Hambone, Boosie, I also, the thing that I wanted to do so bad was finish my settlement and build multiple 7-story buildings. I think it was like I could get up to 7 stories without like the physics really starting to take a dive. Alright, let's see what I can do next. Fallen. Don't want to do that yet. Still looking for this 4th shard. Still haven't found this house. Let's see if I thought I finished Blood on the Ice. Oh boy. They should. Yeah, why can't I find... Man, Giovanni Ace really knows the heck out of this. Blood on the Ice must be up here somewhere, right? All right, so I'll do Blood on the Ice, but I've got to know where to start because the quest marker. There should be a button to quest log that. Well, that's what, isn't it? When you. Yeah, it doesn't say that it'll show me on the map. All of these don't. I guess I haven't explored enough to see some of these. Oh, it's in a Winterhold? I should probably... I thought about actually doing... Can I do the survival setting in here? No. Snowing over here. Alright. See, now I'm getting lost again. I need to actually make some decisions as to which. I need to. See, a lot of these quests just don't show up as markers, even though I've done parts of them. So Giovanni, I'm not going to do the Winterhold thing because that seems like it would probably require a little bit more, me paying a bit more attention than I want to pay this evening, just because you know, I want to be able to talk to you guys, which is part of the fun for me, and it's harder for when I have a ton of reading to do that. Let's take to I want to purchase a house. Oh, I'm not doing that one. I know where to go for purchasing a house in Solitude. Let's go talk to that Jarl.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed. Take too many drinking games, He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
What do you need, my friend?
You're not a vet. I guess I'm doing this now. I needed to go to the Blue Palace anyway. What's a loan? Everybody's talking about a loan all of a sudden. It's one of those ones where an animal chases people around. Guess I should probably... I mean, I figured I wasn't going to be able to see Joe Botnick tonight because it's a little too late for him, but I was wondering if anybody remembered the headset that he had recommended, because not only are these headphones too small for me, but also the microphone is too crackly, I think. He had recommended something that kind of hit the right price point. What? Where is this person? Oh.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested. Debts are debts. Either he pays them or his kind do.
His kind?
Fine. You sound like a priest of Mara, but I get your point. Tell him to forget about the gold.
That was easy.
Keep your sword,
What?
Armstrong.
What's mod mic? The thing that I'm looking for, I'll tell you right. Ugh. I can't have more. I'll look it up. I'll write it down. Mod mic. I just want to have something that fits my head that sounds decent. I don't need it to sound crystal clear. I'm not making that kind of money on this stream, on this channel. I have wireless. I have wireless lavs that I bought for the numbered stream, but I kind of just want to have a headset, because it takes a second to. I gotta go in this thing. I'm gonna look into the mod mic thing. Thank you for it. What's this folder? Can I buy a house?
Do you have business with the court? Splendid. There's a house available right now. I won't forget what...
Wait, do I not have enough money for a house yet?
Done.
I don't have enough money yet. Oh, why can't I buy it? It's a lot. I mean, it's a nice town. It's very walkable. Location right by the ocean. That's nice. I'm gonna get a house very soon. So this is my quest for the remainder of the evening, because this setup I got right now is pinching my skull. We love to see pedestrian-friendly urban planning. I love to see it. If anybody is not to get political, but if anybody's in the city of LA, and I mean this is transit. That's transit. If anybody's in the city of LA and hasn't come down on decision about HLA 1, then I gotta tell you, that's a yes from the Rackleff household. Oh, no one's gonna be. See, this is the other problem that's happening, is that now I got all this stuff, not everything, but a lot of stuff that just is way too expensive for any of the shopkeepers. And there's stuff that I want to keep. I guess I don't need that one. Definitely don't need that. Want to keep that. Great sword of lightning. Alright. Don't get me started on strip malls. Why put him? Strip malls. I got a lot of strip malls in LA. There's not a lot in our neighborhood, but the ones that have good restaurants in them, the parking lots will kill you. So first I'm gonna visit old Beldor. Hey, South Texas. Yeah.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler. Everything. Take a look.
Hate this guy. Hate selling him things. Look at this guy. Jesus. Buying all my stuff. Steel Sword of Fear. Fine. Ooh. Yuck dum boom bum. If I don't mind over ear stuff. I'm writing that one down. Epos H6 Pro. Low Vibe 75. Are you not?
Do come back.
God. Really just.
Watch what you're doing.
I gotta say that I live in Northeast LA City, and it's more pedestrian friendly than I would have guessed it would have been, based on my previous knowledge of the city. New York, obviously, where pedestrians get to do pretty much wherever the hell they want. And Australian, lovely. But you know, nothing like what you see in Europe, or who's gonna be able to buy my stuff. Oh yeah, down here. Not Falkreath, the other one.
Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at her back. One snap of her fingers, you could end up in Rifting Jail.
I've already done all of the Thieves Guild quests. I mean, look at this. Now this is good for pedestrian accessibility. Man.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
Guess I'm just going to wait till daytime. I think Portland, Maine is probably, probably not in the top 10 of most pedestrian-friendly cities, but I've visited there several times and always had
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
an easy time getting around. Alright, getting there. Sometimes you just want to give a guy a deal. Look at this. 300 gold. You know. Now he'll like me.
Return anytime. You're quite welcome here.
It's so good to see you again.
Sure thing.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your
I've
kind
never seen
heart.
Yol this upset about it.
I... Wait, let's check this out. Is Riften wheelchair accessible? I don't know. These bridges have pretty good... pretty gentle grades. As long as you don't have to visit the Thieves Guild. Or the Catacombs. It's not too bad.
Watch the skies, traveler.
And also, if you came in on a boat, like that, if the boat's got a good wheelchair accessible ramp, that would be pretty, I think you could comfortably get around on these walkways down here.
Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down any buildings.
What am I doing here?
Looking to stay alive?
Oh yeah, there's somebody over here that... Yes! You!
You gonna buy something? Everything I've got on display. Really?
Do.
Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
Hey,
Sales I could use.
man, I want her to like me so bad.
Welcome back. Good to see you again.
What Ocean Man? Vertical Mammal, what are you talking about, Ocean Man? Who's the Ocean Man? I mean, this road, forget about it. If you came in on the stables, maybe. Uh-oh. Alright. She just seems so cool. The lady in the ebony armor. There it is. Yeah, I learned all sorts of new magic now. Oh, damn. Not very... I think that dragon... Sometimes... I'm gonna say something about that. I don't quite get why the dragons get that fatality that they can just activate when I ain't not even that low on health. Get away from the horses. Yikes! So wait, this is a completely different dragon. Oh man, I did the wrong... Ah. See, is it even worth it to try and... I guess I can get these, yeah. See, I like this. I like this area. This is nice. This kind of reminds me of, you know, what the hell? Man. Yeah, I did all the Golden Glow estate. The Golden Glow estate quest, excuse me, was very fun. I very much enjoyed that. Probably did that one. That was probably the last big one I did before tackling the whole Thieves Guild quest line. I mean, it's looking like Dear Esther up in here. Now we're friends. Oh no. You weren't close enough to be my friend. It's alright. I want to lead you to the fort. Could be... Oh yeah, see there's Imperials down there. Wait. Another bear. And now we're friends. Now I'm having a good time. What's going on over here? I mean, in my early Skyrim days, I was hurting a lot of bears. Oh, there's some wood strolls. Just normal ass trolls. Can we be friends? Oh man.
Need something.
Firewatch is something I'd like to play through again. I might play that one on streams. Trying to figure out. I figured that you know, since we were pretty locked into the Monday night stream show, that we might need to really draw some more people into the channel. We probably need to do kind of game streams at different times of the day, game streams with different games. I'm only playing Skyrim again because I couldn't get Resident Evil 3 to work. I was excited about that. I mean, honestly, you guys are probably more pros of the, you know, have better knowledge of how this whole Twitch things work than I do. Neil CTY, I'm glad that you enjoyed this because I feel like if every time I ask you, you know, every time I, you know, start streaming, it's basically an invitation to come do, you know, pay attention to me for a little while, and I don't like doing it if I don't have a real show planned, and yet I find myself, see, EZI2 Watcher, I'm definitely going to be doing I have to do some retro gaming. And I know everybody, people, see, you guys are, oh yeah, dang it, the bears. I could make them like me all over again. See, now I'm gonna try and get that pyromancer that what killed me before. I mean, I would just, for something like an Odyssey, I probably would just do. Okay. Can we talk? Can we be buddies? Oh man. See, I just know you're up to something if you're be like this. See? It's a good value item right there. And at some point I'll probably be talking to somebody. Oy. Oh man. Is that guy Thalmor? Let's see. Yeah, looks like it was. Well, what I was going to see, Easy I2 Watcher, is that I'll probably, something like that I would probably just use an emulator for. Although they have, you know, the, you know, they have that analog pocket that tries to run things as closely to being on original hardware as possible. And I know that they are planning to do some kind of a system, you know. Oh, those aren't. That's not frogs. That's the Wrathman. That guy. Anyway. Mail CTY, you're saying you've got one of the analog pockets? What's that sound? That's cool. I have not. Skyrim is technically a retro game. Thank you, Crapmaster Zach. I keep, you know. The last console I played it on before returning to the PC version was on the Switch, so this makes it feel like you've.
I find your hand in my pocket. I'm going to cut it off.
Oh, what?
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
All right.
Stay out of trouble, Khajiit.
Everyone's. This is because I killed all those Thalmor. All right, guys. Oh, holy crap! There's spiders everywhere. Guess I won't be leaving right away.
I guess I was just hearing things. What was that?
I knew it.
Wait, why is everyone enchanted?
Timed it. This little game. Oh well.
You scared him off. All I'm asking is that you clean up in a while. How you can find anything in your half of the place is beyond me.
I'd rather spend more time in the mine hauling up iron than doing woman's work, keeping the house clean.
Whoa.
I'll have you know I can haul up just as much iron as you in a day and still manage to clean up my messes.
Think so, huh? Maybe you'd like to put some septums behind that boast.
You have yourself a bet.
Damn.
Mining is hard work. One day, I'd give my eye teeth if it meant getting those damn spiders out of the mine.
I mean,
The road
didn't I
back-
just get him out?
Everything was going great in Red Belly. Then the damn spiders showed up.
Is there more spiders than what I just got?
You think you're tough, huh? Wandering Skyrim is a picnic compared to tunnel crawling.
Jarl is Jarl. Alright guys, my head is officially in pain because of this weird... Do a spreadsheet stream, we put hours on games that need them. That's what this is. Essentially, it's just working through the backlog. Although, I just can't really justify playing anything but Skyrim lately. Can't explain exactly why, except that I just have been meaning to beat Skyrim for basically since it came out, and haven't got around to it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me this evening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to try, hopefully, sometime before Monday to stream again, and hopefully I can get Resident Evil 3 up and running properly. And I just appreciate everybody who stuck around and watched as I, again, trying to get better at this, so I could do it more often and have it be more of a, I don't know, substantial. But we'll be EGI2 stream 13? 14? I can't remember which one we're on right now off the top of my head. The next EGI2 stream is going to be Monday at 6 p.m. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. No, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is 13. EGI2 stream 13. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us. I'm also, now that I've been able to not have to worry about hitting that threshold for non-gaming hours on the channel, then I've been trying to work out how to spend more time just building up the, I guess you want to call it like an ecosystem around the channel, and that's going to include at some point soon some merch I hope to be putting up relatively soon, and then it'll just be shirts. Don't really like selling anything but shirts, and those are going to be fun shirts, and there's going to be a couple of options, and yeah, I'll just be they're very might very well be a frame grade shirt. I'll say that. Okay, good night, guys. Again, maybe I'll see you all some point later this weekend.